Hello YouTubers, how you doing? It's me again. Just back to show you some pieces I've recently added to my collection. I've done a little bit of traveling lately, and if you've seen any of my other videos, you kind of know that when I do travel a lot, and when I do, one of my first priorities is always trying to catch local vinyl stores and seeing what I can come up with. So these are some pieces that have been added in my collection in the past probably 2 weeks or so. Just want to kind of share a few. First one here, which I was really happy to get my hands on, was the Melvins Houdini records. I mean, really good shape too. One thing I tend to find a lot is when you have the black edges on the vinyls. It always shows the wear a lot easier because of course the white shows up on the black, and as you can kind of see with this one, I mean, really in absolute great condition. The record's very clean. So I was definitely very happy to find this. If you're not very familiar with the Melvins, the first song you want to check out with them is Honey Bucket, which is on this album. Very cool song. The next album I got here, there's a guy on YouTube here, and I don't know how to pronounce his title on here, but I think it's Das Just Tune Him 666 or something like that. But he has a lot of cool videos, and one thing that he does, he has one video where he posts a lot of Mastodon, which I never even heard of until I started watching his videos. So he kind of turned me on to them, and I got my first Mastodon record, Crack the Sky. Got this actually a couple weeks ago, but really cool stuff. And if you get a chance, make sure you check out his videos too, because he has a lot of cool stuff on there. Next one here, which I actually ordered this one and got it just a little while ago. Import, Lenny Kravitz, Lenny. This is a really good 2-record set. This has, I think, some of his best music on here. It's not his best overall album, but he really has some good stuff on here with, Dig In, Stillness of Heart, If I Could Fall in Love. I mean, some really good tracks on here, and not the most common vinyl to find out there, but that's Lenny. Only guy I know that can make red cowboy boots look cool. Next, this is one that I got this past weekend when I was out of town. Queensryche, Empire. I think this is one of their better records. Once again, not an easy one to find, 2 LP set, and this has probably my favorite Queensryche song, which is Silent Lucidity. That was a very cool kind of ballad hit from them back in the 80s, or early 90s. I think it came out in 1990. But that was a very good find, great condition. And then we have some old hip-hop here, Digital Underground, Sex Packets. I'm sure the most popular song that most people recognize off this album would go back to the Humpty Dance. I think another good song on here is Freaks of the Industry, which I think is actually the best track on this album, but that's a new one. It's just been added to the collection. This was a really good find. I was actually freaking out when I pulled this out of the stacks in this small store that I was in this weekend. Stone Temple Pilots. All their stuff. I mean, I think this was a really good band. It kind of came out during the grunge period. I know that they caught a lot of flack, especially when they first came out with Core, because people thought, oh, they're like Pearl Jam rip-offs and all that kind of stuff. But as far as I'm concerned, Pearl Jam was an extremely great band. If you have another band that sounds just like them, making great music, to me, that's just 2 great bands you get to listen to. So I never understood that whole argument. But this is Stone Temple Pilots, purple vinyl, really good condition, actually great condition, say near mint. So I was definitely happy to find that. And I found these 2 at the same store, Van Halen, Balance. Not one of I think their best albums is Van Hagar, if you will, but definitely a good album. This is one of their harder ones to find. I think the best track on this was Can't Stop Loving You, Don't Tell Me What Love Can Do. There's a couple other things too, but once again, I was really happy to get my hands on this. I found this the same place I got the Stone Temple Pilots, which was awesome. And Korn, Follow the Leader, another new addition. I mean, this kind of speaks for itself as well. Any of you Korn fans kind of know. This is the album that has the original Freak on the Leash well, last I see the original, I mean, that was kind of the original song that turned me on to Korn. So, very happy to find that too. Once again, very, very good condition. And then I also picked up a couple of new 45s. I usually don't show a lot of those on my videos, but these are some that were kind of cool. 3 of them here didn't have the cases, but the vinyls were in near mint condition. The first one here is Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit. Very good vinyl, very good condition on the 45s. I was very happy to get that. The next one here was Megadeth's Symphony for Destruction. It was also in very good condition, no flaws there. And I also found Korn, Here to Stay vinyl, which was a very good find as well. Happy to get my hands on that. And the last one, which I thought was really cool that I found, 'cause I know this one's kind of rare, is Blind Melon, No Rain, which you kind of know that song from back in the 90s. And this is the clear orange vinyl, which once again is not the most common thing to find out there. So overall, pretty good trip. I got some very good stuff, and I just wanted to kind of share some of the new stuff I added to my collection. And as always, I entice all you vinyl collectors, please share your stuff as well, because I love looking at that too. Alright, have a good one.